Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to postseason Wildcat basketball on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page. I'm David Warrington, and I'm coming to you live from Alburnett High School for tonight's Class 1A District 7 quarterfinal boys basketball matchup between the host Alburnett Pirates and your Central City Wildcats. And before we get started, we'll give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank and Trust Company is a community bank with offices in Central City and Eastern Iowa, providing a complete line of financial services to commercial and retail customers, customized lending, and cash management solutions. We build strong relationships by getting to know our customers and understanding their needs. Learn more at www.hbtbank.com. Member FDIC. All right, ladies and gentlemen, matchup number 3 on the year between Alburnett and Central City, and this is the one that really counts in the long run, the one for all the marbles, the big one, however you want to think about it, whichever metaphor you'd like to use. This is it. Win or go home here in the postseason as the Wildcats take the 10-minute trip over to Alburnett to take on the Pirates. We'll go ahead and preview both teams. First, looking at the Wildcats, they come into this game with a record of 5-17 on the year. They lost their last 3 of the regular season, nearly upsetting East Buchanan, losing on a buzzer beater 48-45, before falling in blowouts to a couple of top teams in the conference in Northland and Springville. The Wildcats have been led in scoring so far this year by Makai Benton. The sophomore averages 14.2 points per night. He's followed by the Klosterman brothers. The freshman Matthew averages 10.2 points per night, while the sophomore Aiden averages 9.2 points per contest. Benton is also the leading rebounder, pulling down 6.2 boards per night. Matthew Klosterman's leader in assists as the point guard dishes out 3.2 per game. And Aiden Klosterman leads in steals. He averages 2 steals per contest. Taking a look at the Pirates, they entered this game with a record of 15-6 on the year. They got an impressive victory over New London, 64-62, late in the regular season before losing their regular season finale to North Lynn, 77-45. The leading scorer for the Pirates is Andrew Osman. The senior averages 16.1 points per game. Osman's also the leading rebounder for the Pirates, averaging 5.7 per night. Mason Neighbors, the leading assist man for Alburnett, averaging 2.8 per contest. Osman averages the team-high 2.1 steals per night, while Anthony Yamelkowski averages the team-leading 1.4 blocks per game. As I mentioned, these teams have met twice so far this season. The Pirates got the victory in both matchups, winning the game in Alburnett 62-46, as well as the rematch in Central City 60-45. Those were games where Central City played tough all the way through, especially that second game, the one played in Central City. The Wildcats were within 5 with about 5 minutes to go in the game before ultimately losing that one by 15 with some free throws down the stretch when they were playing the foul game. But it was a competitive matchup for the overwhelming majority of the game. Wildcats even led after one quarter. They'll look to play well here tonight, as they are the 7 seed in the bracket here in District number 7. Alburnett is the 2 seed, therefore they get the home court advantage for this quarterfinal matchup. Wildcats will look to pull off an upset and take down the Pirates on their home floor. As I mentioned, we're in District 7 here, so we'll take a look at that bracket. In the first round play-in game between the 8 and 9 seeds, HLV hosted Meskwaki Settlement, and they got the win 44-41. They earned the right to play at Gladbrook Rhinebeck tonight. That was the opener there, and looks like there is a final posted. Gladbrook Rhinebeck took down HLV 85-41. So the Warriors bow out after winning their play-in game, and the Rebels move on to the District 7 semifinals on Thursday. They will play the winner of Cedar Valley Christian Belle Plaine. That is the back half of the doubleheader over in Rhinebeck here tonight. It'll either be the Huskies or the Plainsmen taking on Gladbrook Rhinebeck on Thursday. That one will start at 6:30. And then just moments ago, before this one got set to get underway here in about 5 minutes, Hudson took down Don Bosco by a final in that one of 73-49. So Hudson moves on to the semifinals. They will play either Alburnett or Central City. Winner of this game gets Hudson in the second game of a doubleheader over in Rhinebeck on Thursday. So the Wildcats would have the Hudson Pirates if they can beat the Alburnett Pirates here tonight. In the bottom half of this bracket in District 8, Prince of Peace got the win in the play-in game over Calamus Wheatland, 49-47. They are at Easton Valley tonight. That one starts at 8 o'clock. Bellevue and Marquette Catholic are also at Easton Valley. That one starting at 6:30. Don't have a final from that one. But that should be a pretty evenly contested matchup. Bellevue comes in 9-12, playing a tougher schedule than Marquette Catholic, who are 12-10. Over at Lisbon, Springville got a blowout win over North Cedar. 92-57 was the final. That was the first game of a two-game doubleheader, as now the Lisbon Lions will host the Midland Eagles. In all likelihood, it'll be Springville taking on Lisbon, barring an upset from the Eagles at Easton Valley at 6:30 on Thursday. And then again, in all likelihood, Easton Valley will get the win over the Irish if things hold the form, and they would play either Bellevue or Marquette Catholic. If I had to guess, I'd say Bellevue probably wins that one, but that's more of one that could go either way. So we'll see how that all turns out. The ones we know for sure, Gladbrook, Rhinebeck, Hudson, and Springville are already quarterfinalists. Central City looking to join them, or excuse me, already semifinalists. Central City will look to join them in the ranks. As the tournament will continue on Thursday. If the Wildcats win, they're against Hudson at Gladbrook Rhinebeck in the second game of the doubleheader, so right around an 8 o'clock start time. And then the District 7 final is at Center Point Urbana. And the Sub-State 4 between the winners of District 7 and 8 will be at Clear Creek, Amana on February 26th, 7 o'clock tip-off for that one. So as we continue to roll down towards opening tip, got about 3 minutes on the clock. Do have starting lineups posted here on the scoreboard. So we'll take a look at that. Central City, no surprise there. They're going to start with the Klosterman brothers, Matthew and Aiden. Jaden Hansen will get the start alongside Mackay Benson and Marcus Shellhorn. It's a starting lineup they've gone to for most of the season, and they will stick with it here tonight. Alburnett, they're going to start Braden Osborne. He's a 6'3 sophomore for the Pirates. Andrew Osman, 6'3 senior. He leads the way in scoring for Alburnett, averaging 16 per night. Then they're going to have Gavin Sokup, a 5'11 senior. Alongside him will be Mason Neighbor, 6'1 junior, likes to run the point for the Pirates. And Anthony Yamelkoski, 6'5 senior, leads the way in block shots for Alburnett, as well as dunks, I would assume. I've seen plenty of videos of him floating around Twitter, throwing down some dunks. Athletic kid is Yamelkoski. Good size at 6'5 as well. He's one the Wildcats will have to look out for down low. We should be set for a good one here. Central City and Alburnett at Alburnett High School. About 2 minutes on the clock. Pirates over to my left, and the Wildcats over to my right, getting the shots up before we get tonight's contest underway. Pirates in their purple shooting shirts, Wildcats wearing the black shooting shirts with the red and black Wildcats across the front with the white trim. As I said, third matchup of the year, as the Pirates have won the first two, but the Wildcats were fairly competitive both times. And realistically, given the record, this is a pretty good draw for Central City, 5-17 on the year. But they get to stay close to home, only a 10-minute drive over from Central City to Alburnett. And on top of that, as a team that's already beaten them twice, it is very hard to beat a good team 3 times, or any team 3 times for that matter. As Alburnett will hopefully have their hands full. We'll see if Central City can put together a nice game here tonight and try to keep this thing competitive throughout. Both teams now making their way over to the benches. We're under a minute to go before we introduce tonight's starting lineups. The anthem was performed before the first game of the doubleheader, so that's taken care of, and we'll just get right into it once starters are introduced. Coach Christofferson and Coach Carlson giving their teams the last-minute instructions, as I think we're just about ready to meet tonight's starting lineups. A couple introductory notes being made by the public address announcer. As I said, winner of this one plays Hudson at 8 o'clock at Gladbrook Rhinebeck High School in Rhinebeck on Thursday. That would be the District 7 semifinal. And here are tonight's starting lineups. For the Wildcats, a 5'10 freshman, number 1, Matthew Klosterman. For the Pirates, a 6'3 sophomore, number 5, Braden Osborne. For the Wildcats, a 5'9" sophomore, number 2, Aiden Klosterman. For the Pirates, a 6'3" senior, number 10, Andrew Osman. For the Wildcats, 6' sophomore, number 4, Jaden Hansen. For the Pirates, a 5'11" senior, number 12, Gavin Sokup. For the Wildcats, a 6'3" sophomore, number 23, Makai Benton. For the Pirates, a 6'1" junior, number 20, Mason Neighbor. For the Wildcats, a 6'3" junior, number 34, Marcus Shellhorn. And for the Pirates, a 6'5" senior, number 33, Anthony Yamokoski. Assistant coach for the Wildcats is John McGovern. Central City's head coach is Tanner Carlson. Assistant coaches for the Pirates are Ryan Gable, Brian Huber, and Alec Phillip. Alburnett's head coach is Jeff Christofferson. So here we go. One more time, your starters: Klosterman, Hansen, Benton, and Shellhorn for the Wildcats, Osborne, Osman, Sokup, Neighbor, and Yamokoski for the Pirates. Wildcats wearing their traveling reds with the black and white trim. Pirates in their home whites with the purple and gold trim. Wildcats will work left to right. Pirates working right to left. Shellhorn's going to jump center for Central City, and Anthony Yamokoski will jump center for the Pirates. 8 minutes on the clock. Ball in the air. We're underway. Tip controlled by Marcus Shellhorn. Poke loose by Osman, and now Matthew Klosterman gets it back. Central City ball first. They have it 5-on-4 to start. Aiden Klosterman fakes a three, looking to get downhill, passes it out to Shellhorn. He'll take a three-pointer from the right corner. Sagging off was Yamokoski, but his shot's no good. And they're going to get a foul, I believe, on Jaden Hansen, trying to get in there and grab a board. Nope, they're going to get Aiden Klosterman for the quick whistle. It's his first foul, team foul number 1. And the Pirates will take over. Mason Neighbor bringing it up for Alburnett. Wildcats starting a 2-3 zone. Now left wing to Neighbor. Top of the key to Osborne, dribbling left, bounce pass corner to Neighbor. Back to Osborne, high post to Osman. Neighbor open look from the corner for three. It's going to be no good. Benton skies up for a nice rebound. Wildcats get it back. Scoreless here, 45 seconds gone. Matthew Klosterman one-on-one with Mason Neighbor, running a set play. Gets it inside to Benton. He loses it but gets it back. Skies up for a three-pointer from the right corner. He can't get that one to fall. Jaden Hansen with the offensive board. Goes up and under, no good, but he's fouled. And it'll be Jaden Hansen going to the free throw line for a chance to put the Wildcats on the board first with a couple shots from the charity stripe. Foul went against Braden Osborne, his first, and team foul number 1. As Hansen's first one on the way is going to be no good, too strong off the back iron. He'll get a chance for one more. Scoreless here, 7:05 to go in the opening quarter. Hansen's second free throw's on the way. He can, and yes, he can get that one to go. Rolls around the rim for quite some time and through, so Jaden Hansen gets us started. Wildcats lead it 1-0. Pirate basketball, right wing to Sokup, back to Neighbor, top of the key. Corner to Osborne. Now they'll work it around to Sokup on the right wing. He dribbles it up to the volleyball line, top of the key, and gives it back to Neighbor, and they'll look to reset. Left wing to Osborne. Osman running the traffic from his spot in the high post. Now Sokup stands at the volleyball line, dribbling to the left wing. Set play being run. Bounce pass over to Neighbor, right wing. Inside to Osman, takes one hard dribble, loses it. Back out to Osborne. Neighbor will sky up for a three-pointer from the right wing. He gets it to go. As that gets the Pirates on the scoreboard as Mason Neighbor cashes in from distance. 3-1, Alburnett with a 2-point advantage. Matthew Klosterman, right wing. Nice head fake over to Aiden. Now back to Marcus Shellhorn, over to Jaden Hansen, top of the key, guarded by Osborne. Hands it off to Matthew Klosterman, looking to get downhill. Back to Aiden Klosterman. He'll sky up for a three-pointer. He gets it to go. Aiden Klosterman knocks down a three-pointer, and that gives the Wildcats a lead at 4-3. First field goal for Central City as Yamokoski can't handle the pass. Matthew Klosterman in a foot race to the hoop. He loses control, now gets it back to Aiden. Makai Benton will put up a three-pointer from the right wing. That one's no good, rebounded by Shellhorn. He goes right back up with it, and his putback attempt is good. Marcus Shellhorn gets the basket to go on the second chance. 6-3 Central City. Top of the key to Neighbor. Looking around, slowing things down here now. Over to Osborne on the right wing. Uses a screen. Skies up for a mid-range pull-up jumper, and he knocks it in from the free throw line. Braden Osborne, his first basket of the night. 6-5 Central City on top as Matthew Klosterman brings it up the floor for the Wildcats. Bounce pass over to Aiden Klosterman, left wing, looking around, swings it over to Benton. He'll take a long two. They are going to call it a three, in fact, but it's no good. Matthew Klosterman with the offensive board. He has it left wing, looking to get downhill over to Jaden Hanson. He'll put up a three-pointer from the left corner. It's well short, but Marcus Shellhorn gets the offensive rebound, blocked, gets his own shot again. It's blocked once again, and Sokup with the rebound. Yamelkowski blocked 2 shots in a row. Now Neighbor has it. Short corner, now back to Neighbor. Three-pointer on the way from Mason Neighbors. No good, hits the top of the backboard, the support up there. And it will be Central City basketball. Fun start so far. It's 6-5 Central City, 4:51 to go in the first quarter. As the Pirates are going to press in the full court, Aiden Klosterman has it. The ball is kicked as Sokup got his foot in there, and the Wildcats will keep possession. Jaden Hanson's going to throw it in from in front of the Wildcat bench. Gets it into Matthew Klosterman. He's guarded by Gavin Sokup in the full court. Aiden Klosterman crosses into the front court. Now over to Matthew, standing at the Pirate midcourt logo. He'll reset. Guarded by Sokup, freshman on senior. Now top of the key to Aiden Klosterman. Dribbling to his left. Thinks about a pull-up. Now into the corner of the Shellhorn. Dribbling up to his right. Matthew Klosterman has it left wing. Looking to get downhill. Nice take. Puts up a wild layup. It's good. And the foul. Matthew Klosterman with a tough finish inside. And he'll go to the line to shoot one. Wildcats off to a very nice start as they lead it 8-5. 3 in for Alburnett. They're going to put Jordan Caton, Titan Bowers, and Adam Neighbor all into the game. Caton, a 5'8 sophomore, Bowers, a 6'8 junior, and Neighbor, a 5'8 junior as well. Out come Yamelkowski, Sokup, and Osborne. Coach Christofferson clearly not happy with their performance thus far. Matthew Klosterman cannot get the free throw to go. Bowers secures the rebound. 8-5, Wildcats on top. Aiden Klosterman nearly steals that. Mid-range pull-up jumper on the way is no good. Andrew Osman couldn't get it to go. Shellhorn rebounds, and the Wildcats get it back. Matthew Klosterman crosses into the front court, guarded by Adam Neighbor. Picks it up, now gives it to Benton, just inside the three-point line. Fakes the handoff to Klosterman, now turns, looks to get downhill. Into the corner of the Shellhorn. Now right wing to Matthew Klosterman. Dribbling left, nice take. Has it poked loose, out of bounds, last touched by Matthew. It'll be it'll be Alburnett basketball. Nice take by Matthew, but he just lost control of it once he got to the inside. And the Pirates will get it back. Wildcats up 8-5. 3:45 to go in the opening quarter. Neighbor crosses into the front court. They're running a set play for Neighbor. Now he picks up his dribble over to Osman, right corner. Caton has it right wing now for the Pirates. High post to Bowers. Turn, sends to Osman, right corner. High post, Bowers looking around. Now Caton will put up a three-pointer right wing. His shot's no good. Rebound picked up by the 6'8 Bowers. Top of the key to Neighbor. Now over to Adam Neighbor, into the corner to Osman. Tries to go baseline, gets to the rim, goes up and under, and finishes with the reverse layup. Nice finish inside by Andrew Osman. Pirates back within 1. Wildcats lead at 8-7. Matthew Klosterman crosses into the front court. Guarded by Neighbor. Dribbling left. Aiden Klosterman with a head fake, now looking to get downhill. His pass is poked loose out of bounds. Last touch by the Pirates. Wildcat basketball as Coach Carlson calls a set play from the sideline. In comes Braden Rickles. First Wildcat sub of the game. He'll get Jaden Hanson. And Braden Osborne will re-enter for the Pirates. He's going to replace Mason Neighbor. Fun pace of this one so far as inbounds pass goes short corner to Benton. Now he hands it back to Klosterman, who picks up his dribble. Back to Benton, right wing. Top of the key to Rickles. Left wing, Aiden Klosterman thought about a three. Now skips it over to Matthew, but his pass is stolen away by Neighbor. Kick ahead pass. Caton running in transition. Loses it out of bounds. And it'll be Wildcat basketball as Jordan Caton, the sophomore guard for the Pirates, lost control of it down low. Couldn't handle the pass cleanly. Wildcats get it back up 1. 2:45 to go in the opening quarter. Matthew Klosterman lost his dribble in the full court. And we're going to get a timeout called. Coach Carlson not happy about having to call that timeout. His freshman point guard picked up his dribble in a spot where he really couldn't afford to do so. And so we got a 30-second timeout called by Coach Carlson. 2:41 remaining in our first quarter. It's Central City 8, Alburnett 7. So far, Central City scoring has come from Aiden Klosterman with 3, Matthew Klosterman and Marcus Shellhorn both with 2, and Jaden Hanson with 1. For the Pirates, it's Mason Neighbor with 3, and Braden Osborne and Andrew Osman both with 2 for Alburnett. Wildcat basketball coming out of the timeout as they'll have it all the way across the court underneath the Pirate basket. Rickles is going to throw it in. Pirates pressing in the full court here, trying to get the young backcourt sped up for the Wildcats. Matthew Klosterman has it one-on-one with Adam Neighbor, and he just takes him off the dribble and gets into the front court. Has it right wing now. Goes between his legs. Dribbling around, picks it up over to Benton in the right corner. Faces up with Osman, picks it up. Now steps through and gets it over to Matthew Klosterman. 2:20 to go in the opening quarter. Klosterman dribbling around, goes between the legs. Attacking the basket, nice take. Puts it up, no good and no call. Carlson wanted it, but he doesn't get it. As Osman running in transition, he falls down, and they're going to say he traveled, was not fouled, as he just lost his footing. As now it'll be Wildcat basketball. Rickles throws it into Matthew Klosterman. Once again, he's got one-on-one with Adam Neighbor in the full court. 2 minutes remaining in our opening quarter. He's double-teamed there, dribbling left. Loses it, and we got a kicked ball called on the Wildcats, so Alburnett's going to get it back. They're going to say Aiden Klosterman kicked it in the split second that it was not in Wildcat possession. So Pirate basketball, Caton triggers into Neighbor. Over to Osborne, left wing, dribbles right. Adam Neighbor, right wing, into the corner to Caton, looking to get into Osmond down low. He can't do so, so he swings it back out. Osborne has it left wing. Bowers screens. Adam Neighbor now right wing, top of the key to Osborne. He'll put up a three-pointer straight on. He can get it to go. Braden Osborne with his second basket of the night. He's got 5. It's 10-8. Pirates with their second lead of the game. 90 seconds remain in their opening quarters. Matthew Klosterman looks to get downhill. Over to Shellhorn in the corner. Now Matthew Klosterman right wing. That pass is tipped, stolen away by Osborne. Goes behind his back, crosses into the front court. He'll look to reset. Into the corner to Neighbor. Down low to Bowers. Takes one hard dribble, puts it up, it's good. Gets it to go with the floater. Titan Bowers with his first bucket of the night, 12-8. Alburnett with the 4-point lead. A minute to go in the opening quarter. Matthew Klosterman attacking the hoop. Bounce pass over to Rickles. He'll put up a three-pointer. He gets it to go. Braden Rickles knocks down a right wing three. Huge shot there for the junior. His first points of the night. Wildcats back within one. Osborne inside to Bowers. Same move as last time. He can't get that one to go. Well off, well to the right. And the Wildcats with a chance to hold for one shot if they want it. Matthew Klosterman taking his time, coming up the floor. 35 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Good-sized student section tonight for Alburnett as they're trying to make some noise. Wildcats looking for one shot here. Aiden Klosterman, top of the key, guarded by Caton. Hands it off to his little brother. Matthew's going to attack. Inside to Shellhorn. They're going to say that Matthew was fouled on the floor before he sent away the pass. 16 seconds remaining in our opening quarter as the foul is going to go against Jordan Caton, his first, and team foul number 3. As Osman, Caton, and Osborne will come out for Alburnett. Rickles to throw it in from underneath the Wildcat basket. 16 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Hanson takes it in the right corner, gets it out to Matthew Klosterman, right wing. 10 seconds now. He's got to get rid of the closely guarded as they're going to get a foul as Braden Rickles set a screen and Adam Neighbor plowed right through him. Good job to stay still there from Rickles. That's going to be the first on Adam Neighbor. Team foul number 4 rather. There's one on the Wildcats. Inbounds pass goes to Rickles. Spins around, 5 seconds on the clock, taking it to the hoop, puts it up. It's going to be no good off the glass. Aiden Klosterman fights for the offensive rebound, goes out of bounds, but not before the first quarter horn sounds. Fun opening quarter of basketball here in Alburnett. Pirates on top, but not by much. It's Alburnett 12, Central City 11, as it's still anybody's game here through 8 minutes of play. So really fun opening quarter. Wildcats trail it by just 1. They led for much of that first quarter, but now find themselves down 1. A very important three-pointer was hit from Braden Rickles late in that first quarter to get the Wildcats back within 1. In that first quarter for Central City, Braden Rickles and Aiden Klosterman led all scorers for the Wildcats with 3. Matthew Klosterman and Marcus Shellhorn both had 2, and Jaden Hansen had 1 to round out the Wildcats scoring. So there's the Wildcats scoring so far. 12-11 as both teams make their way back onto the floor. It'll be Wildcat basketball first. 4 team fouls on the Pirates in that opening quarter, just 1 on the Wildcats. Hansen will throw it in for Central City as Matthew Klosterman is set to bring it up. As now we got a stoppage. Referees will discuss with the scorer's table. Might be Pirates ball, in fact. As the referee comes up to the scorer's table. Quick discussion going on with the official scorekeeper. And they decide that it should be Alburnett basketball, so that's how we'll start it here in our second quarter. Pirates will get it first. Sokup will throw it in, and Mason Neighbors set to bring it up. Osborne, Osman, and Yamelkowski join them out there. The Klostermans with Hansen, Shellhorn, and Benton for Central City. Osborne top of the key. Now Neighbor right wing, looking around. Top of the key to Osborne. Thought about a 3. Now back to Neighbor. Puts the ball above his head. Gets it inside to Osman. He puts it up. It's no good. Rebound tipped around. Gets his own board. Puts it back up with one hard dribble, and he gets it to go. Andrew Osman with his second bucket of the night so far. 14-11. Pirates on top by 3. Aiden Klosterman looking to run. Into the corner of the Benton. Hillsky up for a 3-pointer. He can't get it to go from the left corner. And it's rebounded by Yamelkowski. Mason Neighbors going to bring it up for Alburnett. 14-11. Central City trailing by 3. Osman right corner. Now inside to Yamelkowski. Aiden Klosterman comes up with the steal, and he hands it over to Matthew, who will bring it up the floor for the Wildcats. Good defense in there by Aiden, just sneaking up on the taller offensive player. Matthew guarded out there by the 6'5 Yamelkowski. He stops at the free throw line, top of the key to Shellhorn, spins around and now hands off to Matthew. Dribbling right, looking around, looking to attack the hill, downhill, turns around, puts up a floater. It can't get it to go. Unlucky roll there for Matthew as he couldn't finish inside. Osborne looking to run, hands it off to Sokup, dribbling to his left. Bounce pass over to Mason Neighbor. Top of the key, now right wing to Osborne. Thought about a 3, now looks around. Dribbling left, high post to Osman. Back up by Yamelkowski, but he drops it. And it's going to be Central City basketball once again. 14-11, 6:30 to go in our second quarter. Wildcats down 3. Pirates with the 3-point advantage. Coach Carlson calling a set play. Has a little bit of trouble getting across half court, but now Aiden Klosterman does so. He's double teamed. A lot of pressure being applied to this front court. Klosterman goes downhill, puts up a wild one off the glass. That was affected by Yamelkowski. No good on the frustration foul committed by Matthew Klosterman, as that's going to be his first and team foul number 2. Both Klostermans have 1. Titan Bowers re-enters for Alburnett as Yamelkowski will come out. Out goes the 6'5 senior, and in comes the 6'8 junior. Pirate basketball, Neighbor crossing half court. Right wing to Osborne. Into the corner to Osman. Looking around, now right wing to Sokup. Skips it across over to the left wing to Neighbor. Now into the corner to Osborne. Swinging to the round are the Pirates. Sokup has it now. Left wing to Neighbor. They're content to just pass it around to look for a good shot. Osborne has it in the corner now. Inside to Bowers. He's got a nice height advantage. Over to Osman. Fakes a 3. Attacking downhill. Goes between his legs. Nearly loses it. Now it's loose. Picked up by the Pirates. Neighbor top of the key. Osman fakes the 3 from the right wing. Now back to Neighbor. As now they'll pull it back out and completely reset the offense here. Looking to run a set play. Dribbling to his right. Over to Sokup right wing. Into the corner to Osborne. Inside to Osman. Takes one dribble. Goes up with the shot. It's going to be good. Andrew Osman with a little floater on the inside. He's got 6. It's 16-11. Alburnett with a 5-point advantage. Matthew Klosterman crosses into the front court. Has it at the top of the key. Looking around. Hands it off to Aiden Klosterman. Loses it, but Matthew gets it back. And they're going to say Matthew was fouled as he was trying to get inside. They're going to go with, looks like Gavin Sokup on the foul, and that is his second. Team foul number 5. In comes Jordan Caton. He will get Sokup, who will come out with 2 fouls here with 5:08 to go in the second quarter. Hansen will throw it in from in front of the Pirate bench. Looking around, trying to find somewhere to go. Inbounds goes to Matthew Klosterman just in the backcourt. Now he crosses into the front court. Benton sets the screen. And they're going to call Benton for a moving screen. I didn't see it, neither did Coach Carlson, but that is the call. That's going to be Mackay's first, team foul number 3. So Pirates get it back up 5 here with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 16-11 as the inbounds pass goes to Caton, crossing into the front court. Right wing to Neighbor. Now into the corner to Caton, inside to Osman. Goes up with the shot, no good, but he's fouled. And I think they might have just got Benton for his second. And Osman will go to the line to shoot 2. And they will actually get that on Marcus Shellhorn, which is kind of a relief because he doesn't have any before that. Now he's got 1. So both him and Benton have just the 1. Team foul number 4. As it's Andrew Osman at the line for the Pirates. First one on the way is good. He's got 7 so far. 17-11 Alburnett. Second one on the way from Osman. That one's no good. Too strong off the back iron. Tipped around and rebounded by Matthew Klosterman. Good tip there by Hansen to keep it alive. Wildcats have it back, down 6. They haven't scored yet this quarter. Inside to Benton, takes 2 steps. It's blocked, and they also got part of the body, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Good aggressive take in there by Makai Benton, and he'll be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line for 2 shots. They got the foul on Titan Bowers, his first, team foul number 6. Pirates 1 away from being over the limit as Benton will shoot 2. Makai Benton puts his first free throw up there. He gets it to go. His first point of the night as in comes Dayton Price and Braden Rickles. Rickles re-entering, Price in for the first time. Hansen and Shellhorn will come out. Also got Adam Neighbor and Anthony Yamelkowski back in for the Pirates, replacing Osman and Mason Neighbor. Second free throw on the way from Benton. He gets that one to go as well, so he makes both. His first 2 points of the night. First 2 points of the Wildcats in the second quarter. They trail it by 4, 17-13. Inside to Bowers, kicks it out to Osborne, left corner. He'll put up a 3-pointer. He can't get it to go. Rebound picked up by Benton. Nice box out on the much taller Bowers. And Wildcat ball down 4. Matthew Klosterman over to Rickles, right wing. Looking around. Now back to Klosterman in the right corner. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets it to Benton. He has it right corner, or right wing rather. Guarded by Bowers. Hands it off to Matthew Klosterman. Looking around. Picks up his dribble. Top of the key to Aiden. Squares up. Now looks to get downhill. Uses a screen. Big height mismatch in there, so he gets it out to Benton. He'll put up a mid-range jumper. That's no good off front of the rim. Rebounded by Yamelkowski. Osborne running in transition for the Pirates. Looks around, gets through a couple defenders, puts it up with his left hand. No good. Bowers the offensive board. He can't get the putback to go. Price fighting for it. It's tipped around, and Benton gets the board. Great box out there by Price. The height differential was almost too much, but he kept it alive and allowed Benton to get the board. 3:35 to go in the second quarter. Rickles looking around on the right wing. Hands it over to Benton. Standing at the free throw line. Trying to get inside. Makes a nice move. Puts it up. It's blocked. Gets his own board. Goes back up with it. He is fouled. And Makai Benton will go back to the free throw line to shoot a pair for Central City. Wildcats could get as close as 2 points here. Trailing by 4 right now. The foul went against Titan Bowers. His second, team foul number 7. So the Pirates are over the limit for the last 3:25 of the second quarter. Benton at the free throw line. His first one's up and no good. Rattles around the rim and out. Andrew Osman back into the game. He'll replace Bowers, who will come out with 2 fouls. Benton with a chance for one more. 17-13, Wildcats down 4 as Benton gets set to attempt his second free throw. That one's on the way and good. He makes 1 of 2. Give him 3 on the night. 17-14, Alburnett on top. Adam Neighbor into the front court. Has it left wing. Now over to Caton. Top of the key to Osman. Now right wing to Osborne. Back to Caton, top of the key. He'll put up a 3-pointer. He can't get it to go. Rebounded by Rickles. Wildcats get it back. In a 1-possession basketball game, Matthew Klosterman's going to bring it up. He crosses into the front court. Adam Neighbor playing the defense. He has it right wing. Top of the key to Aiden Klosterman. 3 minutes to go until the half. Matthew Klosterman right wing. Nice head fake move. Gets it out to Aiden Klosterman left wing. Gets past Caton. Looking to get inside. Inside to Price. He'll go up. His shot's no good. Gets his own board. Goes right into Yamelkowski. Puts it back up, but it's no good. And a silly one committed inside by Price. And they're going to get him out after he picks up the foul there as Marcus Shellhorn goes right over to the scorer's table. That's going to be Dayton's first, team foul number 5. Marcus Shellhorn, sure enough, is going to get Dayton out of the game. Mason Neighbor also comes over to the scorer's table, as does Gavin Sokup. They will replace Adam Neighbor and Braden Osborne to the bench for the Pirates. 2:45 to go in the second quarter, 17-14 Alburnett. Here from Alburnett High School, Pirates playing host. They're the 2 seed. Wildcats are the 7 seed. Left wing to Sokup. Now back to Neighbor. Into the corner to Sokup. He's wide open. Nobody came out on him, and he makes good on the 3-pointer as Gavin Sokup was uncontested there in the left corner. Miscommunication defensively, and he makes the Wildcats pay with a 3. Matthew Klosterman into the front court. He's double teamed, picks up his dribble, looking around. And timeout called by Coach Carlson. 60-second full timeout called. 2:22 remain in our second quarter. It's Alburnett 20, Central City 14, as Jaden Hansen's going to check back into the game for Central City. He goes over to the scorer's table to replace Braden Rickles. So here are the scoring numbers here so far in this game. Andrew Osman has 7, Braden Osborne with 5, Gavin Sokup and Mason Neighbor both with 3, and Titan Bowers with 2 for Alburnett. For Central City, it is Aiden Klosterman, Mackay Benton, and Braden Rickles with 3, Matthew Klosterman and Marcus Shellhorn with 2, and Jaden Hansen with 1. Give a quick shout out to Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank is a full-service community bank. We believe in meeting the needs of our customers while exceeding their expectations. Banking is personal to each individual. That's why we provide options for your life. Member FDIC. As always, huge thank you to Heartland Bank for making broadcasts like this one you're listening to tonight possible. Couldn't do it without them, and we certainly appreciate them. Pirates back on the floor. They're going to go with Caton, Sokup, Osman, Yamilkowski, and Mason Neighbor. Starters minus Osborne plus Caton. Wildcats going with the same 5 at the start of the game. The Klosterman brothers with Hansen, Shellhorn, and Benton. Wildcats down 6, 20-14. They'll have it here coming out of the timeout. Inbounds pass goes to Matthew Klosterman as he crosses into the front court. Has it on the right wing, guarded by Mason Neighbor. Looking to attack downhill. Nice pump fake. Puts up a floater. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Osman. Good take, but couldn't finish. Osman across half court to Sokup left corner. Now Neighbor left wing, dribbling right. He'll slow it down. Low scoring game so far. 20-14. 2 minutes to go until the half. Pass is tipped and stolen away. Shellhorn tipped it. Benton stole it. Wildcats get it back. Klosterman in the front court. That's Matthew running the 1. Gets it over to Aiden Klosterman. Dribbling right, attacking the hoop, loses it, but he saves it before it goes out of bounds. Gets it over to Shellhorn, left corner, or right corner rather. Top of the key to Hansen, dribbling to his right. Stops, gives to Benton, right wing. Pull-up mid-range jumper on the way. Mackay Benton knocks down the mid-range pull-up jumper. His first field goal. He's also knocked down 3 free throws, give him 5 points. Wildcats within 4, 20-16. 90 seconds to go until the half. Inside to Osman, takes one hard dribble, goes up. And I thought Benton stayed straight up, but they're going to call him for a foul. That's going to be Mackay's second if they did get it on him, and it looked like he was the closest one. No, they got Jaden Hansen for the foul, so another break there somewhat. 16 fouls on the Wildcats, but nobody has more than 1. They've all been on 6 individuals. Osman will shoot 2 for the Pirates. His first is up and no good. In come Braden Osborne and Adam Neighbor for the Pirates, replacing Sokup and Caton. 1:23 to go in the second quarter. Wildcats trail by 4 as Osman stands at the free throw line to shoot one more. He missed the first one. Second one on the way from Osman. He gets that one to go, so he makes 1 of 2. He's got 8 to lead all scorers. It's 21-16. Matthew Klosterman bringing it up for the Wildcats, calling a set play. Crosses into the front court now to Aiden Klosterman, left wing. Over to Benton. He'll sky up for a three-pointer. He can't get it to go out. No good off the back iron, and Mason Neighbor rebounds. Cross half court. Osman running. Inside to Yamilkowski. He puts it up. It is going to be stuck on the back iron. Unbelievable. Yamilkowski's shot gets stuck on the back iron, but he was fouled, so I would assume he'll just shoot 2. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I've never seen that before. Unbelievable. Just completely stays up on the back iron. So Yamilkowski will shoot 2. His first one is up and no good. He'll have a chance for one more. They called Matthew Klosterman for the foul, his second team foul, number 7. Chance for one more for Yamilkowski after you couldn't make good on the first one. Second one is on the way and no good, misses both. So that's a big lucky roll for the Wildcats. That ball's getting stuck there on the back of the iron. Results in a saved 2 points. Matthew Klosterman hands off to Hansen, right wing. Nice pump fake over to Klosterman, right wing once again. Uses the screen from Hansen. Dribbling around inside, over to Benton. He'll sky up for a mid-range jumper. He can't get it to go. Rebounded by Yamilkowski. Pirates get it back. 45 seconds to work. Osborne into the front court. Goes right into Matthew Klosterman. And that is an offensive foul. Matthew Klosterman takes the charge. And he hops back up. That is going to be Braden Osborne's second foul. Team foul number 8. We are not shooting as it was an offensive foul. They'll get Osborne out of the game with 2. In comes Jordan Caton. Hansen looking to throw it in. Inbounds pass goes to Matthew Klosterman. 35 seconds. I would assume the Wildcats are going to look for one here. Trailing by 5. Aiden Klosterman standing just past the half-court line, guarded by Mason Neighbor. Has it left wing, dribbling around, bounce pass over to his brother. Matthew stands right next to that Pirate logo, guarded by Adam Neighbor. 20 seconds and counting in the second quarter. Dribbling left, now goes right. 13 seconds, Wildcats are going to run a set play. Double screen set, and now Matthew Klosterman fakes a three-pointer. Now he's in some trouble, gets it over to Shellhorn. Benton is going to sky it for a three-pointer. He's fouled. That is a really unfortunate foul there for Yamulkoski, as that is 3 free throws from Makai Benton in the shot he had no chance of making. If Yamulkoski goes up and defends that one straight up, there's no way Benton can get it over the outreaching arms of the 6'5 senior for the Pirates, but instead Benton is going to shoot 3. Chance to get it as close as a 2-point game. First one on the way from Benton, rattles around, no good. He can't believe it. Looked good. Gets an unfortunate roll there. He'll have 2 more as he was fouled on a 3-pointer. Rickles is at the scorer's table. He'll check in after this one. Second one for Benton on the way. That one is going to be good. He makes one of his first 2. He still has one more. In comes Braden Rickles. Benton's got 6 to lead all Wildcats scorers. Matthew Klosterman is going to check out with his 2 fouls. Doesn't want to get anything silly here with 3 seconds to go. In comes Braden Rickles. One more for Makai Benton. 21-17 our score. His third and final free throws up and good. Makes 2 of 3. He's got 7. Wildcats within 3. Caton takes the inbounds pass. Gets across half court. Puts up a half-court heave. It's no good. And what a well-played opening half, I should say, of basketball by the Wildcats. We're halfway home, and it's still anybody's game. Alburnett 21, Central City 18. Very fun, very low-scoring half of basketball. It generally is between these two teams going back years, going back to my playing days and before that. This one no different. Wildcats within 3 here at the halfway point of this district quarterfinal contest. It's been a whole lot of fun so far. Can't wait to see what we'll see in half number 2. These two teams playing for a chance to go to Rhinebeck on Thursday to play Hudson in a district semifinal. And the Wildcats within 3 here at the halfway point. Wildcats have played this Alburnett team tough through about 3.5 quarters twice this year. We've played 2 here, and they're within 3. Now we'll take a look at some of our scoring numbers from that first half. First, we'll look at the Pirates' numbers. As for Alburnett, they were led in scoring by Andrew Osman with 8. He averages 16 tonight, so right about at that average. Braden Osborne had 5. It was Gavin Sokup and Mason Neighbor both with 3, and then Titan Bowers had 2 on a little inside jump hook floater. Taking a look at the Central City scoring. For the Wildcats, it was Makai Benton leading the way. He had 7, including a couple big free throws there, and his trip to the line right before the half. Also scoring for the Wildcats, Aiden Klosterman and Braden Rickles both had 3. Matthew Klosterman and Marcus Shellhorn had 2, and Jaden Hansen had 1. That was the first point of the night for Central City, coming at the free throw line. So the Pirates 15-6, the Wildcats 5-17, but it's just a 3-point game here at the half. As now looking at the foul numbers for Alburnett, Braden Osborne, Titan Bowers, and Gavin Sokup all have 2. Jordan Caton, Adam Neighbor, and Anthony Yamulkoski all have 1. For Central City, Matthew Klosterman has 2, then Aiden Klosterman, Jaden Hansen, Makai Benton, Dayton Price, and Marcus Shellhorn all have 1. So nobody with more than 3 or more than 2 for either side. And for the Wildcats, nobody with more than 1 except for Matthew Klosterman, who has just the 2. So fun opening half. As now we'll give a quick shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. From your first checking account to your first car, first mortgage to retirement, and all the money matters in between, Heartland Bank people relate because they're your people. They are in your community, sitting beside you at the kids' games, working local fundraisers, and shooting the breeze at the grocery store. Start building the banking relationship of a lifetime with Heartland Bank. Member FDIC. So now we'll take a look here at halftime of the girls' bracket. Our girls competing in Region 4, I believe it is. Yep, Region 4 is what the girls are competing in. They won their quarterfinal or their first round matchup on Thursday of last week, and now they will play again tomorrow night. So Maquoketa Valley in the first round took care of Marquette Catholic 42-17. That was a play-in game for the right to play the number 1 seed Northland. That game will be tomorrow at 7 o'clock. All these games in the quarterfinal round of the girls tournament will be 7 o'clock start time tomorrow night. Calumet-Wheatland had a run for their money. Easton Valley came close to pulling off the upset, but the Warriors take care of business 51-45. They'll host Prince of Peace, who took care of Midland 50-36 on Thursday. East Buchanan took down Edgewood Colesburg 59-27. And Central City took care of West Central 68-42. East Buck will host your Central City Wildcats tomorrow in Winthrop, 7 o'clock start time. I'll be on the call for that one. Not sure if anybody will be joining me, but I will certainly be there and look forward to providing you with coverage of what should be a fun, exciting matchup between a very good Buccaneers team ranked 14th in the final poll from the IGHSAU. The Wildcats were up 2 going into the fourth quarter the last time these teams played just a couple weeks ago. So that should be a fun one in Winthrop tomorrow night. Tune in about 6:50 for pregame coverage of that one right here on Wildcat Sports. And then the bottom of the bracket, Central Elkader took care of Tripola 57-51, and Turkey Valley took down Key 45-24 in first round matchups. So tomorrow night, Central Elkader will be at home. They are hosting the Trojans of Turkey Valley in that quarterfinal matchups. There are your quarterfinal matchups. Maquoketa Valley at Northland, Prince of Peace at Calumet-Wheatland, Central City at East Buchanan, and Turkey Valley at Central Elkader. Northland and East Buchanan will host the regional semifinals on February 18th, and then the regional finals at a site to be determined on February 23rd. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip when we get to the end of this girls' bracket. So the Central City girls back in action. You can listen to all the coverage here on Wildcat Sports tomorrow night, 7 o'clock tip, 6:50 broadcast time. I will be there in Winthrop as the Wildcats try to finish what they couldn't quite finish up the last time those two teams met. Wildcats came close to pulling off an upset, but ended up losing that one in the fourth quarter after leading by 2 through 3 quarters of basketball. Turning our attention back to the boys' game. The boys are back out on the floor for Central City. Over to my left, getting some shots up. They're within 3 here at the halftime break, 21-18, 3:45 and counting on our halftime clock. Should be a fun second half of action. And now we'll go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Each person and family has unique financial needs. That's why we offer a variety of personal banking and lending products. We offer everything you need for your personal financial success, from checking and savings accounts to loans and online services. Heartland Bank, member FDIC. As always, nothing but props to Next Bank, or Heartland Bank rather, the former Next Bank, now name change to Heartland Bank. Much appreciated on their support in the community, and especially allowing us to conduct these broadcasts. Anybody not able to make it out to Alburnett tonight, glad I'm able to provide you with coverage here on the Wildcat Sports YouTube page. Fun time of year, postseason basketball for the boys and girls. Wildcats in a dogfight here with the Pirates of Alburnett. Physical first half, as it always is between these two teams. And I would expect more of the same in the second half, as we got about 2.5 minutes to go until we get the second half underway. Pirates still not back out there, and just as I say that, they make their way back out there. Completely different mindsets for these two teams. Central City, on paper, has no business being in this game. The 7 seed taking on the 2 seed, so they can just go out, play loose, play how they know how to play, And that's what they've done so far, and it's worked. They're within 3 here at the half. Coach Carlson looks very pleased with the first half effort out of his Wildcats. Had a bit of a smirk coming back onto the floor as we get set to start our second half here in a little while. Meanwhile, for Alburnett, this is a game they were supposed to run away with. 2 seed should never have to worry about the 7 seed, theoretically on paper, giving them all they can handle. But of course, games aren't played on paper. We play them on the hardwood, and that's why anything can happen. Wildcats within 3 as the Pirates getting some shots up. Coach Christofferson likely with a lot to say to his players, as we should be set for a good second half of action. Looks like the Wildcats are going to get it first here in about 90 seconds. Possession arrow pointing to my left, which is the hoop the Wildcats will work on for the second half of play. Both teams getting some last shots up, and then they'll head over to their benches. Makai Benton led the way in the first half for Central City with 7. Many of those came at the free throw line. Good free throw shooting out of him. And then Andrew Osman led all scorers with 8. 8 of the 21 put up by the Pirates in that opening half. Yeah. 45 seconds and counting before we get half number 2 underway here from Alburnett High School. Wildcats trail the Pirates by 3. These two teams have already met twice so far this year. Pirates won them both, but the Wildcats were competitive for much of the game both times. And they've been very competitive this first half, holding leads at points, trailing by 3 as we get set to get second half action underway from Alburnett. Wildcats going to start with the same 5 at the start of the game. The Klosterman brothers, Hansen, Shellhorn, and Benton. Also the same 5 for the Pirates. It's Osborne, Neighbor, Yamokoski, Sokup, and Osman coming out first for Alburnett. Wildcats will work right to left in the second half. Pirates working left to right, as Central City will get it first. Possession arrow points over to the left. That is where the Wildcats are working. So they'll get it first as we get set to start our third quarter of play. 8 minutes on the clock. Hansen going to trigger it in. Looking around, gets it into Klosterman in the backcourt, and we are underway. Matthew Klosterman crossing into the front court. Uses a double screen. Osman reached in there, but no call. Picks it up now, throws it away. It's going to be stolen away by Osman. Running in transition. Has it left wing, looking around, skip pass over to Neighbor on the right wing, attacking the hoop, goes up with a shot. It's going to be no good, rebounded by Shellhorn. Coach Christofferson wanted the call, but none was made. Klosterman crosses into the front court. Dribbling around, closely guarded by Neighbor. Aiden Klosterman thought about a 3 from the right wing, now spins around, nice take inside, out to Shellhorn, over to Benton, top of the key now, dribbling right, pull-up mid-range jumper on the way from Makai, no good. Aiden Klosterman couldn't get the rebound, and it's rebounded by Mason Neighbor. Neighbor into the front court, right wing to Sokup, into the corner. Osborne's over there, inside to Yamokoski. Spins around, throws it away. It's going to be a turnover for Anthony Yamokoski, and Central City will get it back. Hansen to throw it in. The Pirates pressuring in the full court here. Inbounds pass is tipped, and they're going to say it was off of Alburnett. Aiden nearly touched it before it went out, but he didn't touch it until it was already out. They're going to say inbounds pass goes to Aiden Klosterman, as he's going to be double teamed in the backcourt. Bounce pass over to Matthew Klosterman, back to Aiden, and he'll be able to cross into the front court. Has the top of the key, spins around, goes through a couple players, puts it in, no good. Puts it up, nearly got it to fall in, but he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Nice drive inside by Aiden Klosterman, as that is going to be foul number 3 on Braden Osborne. He's their second option on offense. That's a big third foul on Osborne. Team foul number 1 here in the second half, as Aiden Klosterman's going to shoot 2. He's been a steady hand at the free throw line all year, and he puts in the first one. He's got 4, as Jordan Caton will come into the game for the Pirates, the 5'8" sophomore, to replace Braden Osborne. Big drop off in size there. Osborne 6'3", Caton 5'8". Aiden Klosterman, second free throw on the way. He knocks down both. He's got 5. Wildcats then 1, 21-20. Caton across half court to Sokup, right wing. Top of the key to Caton. Over to Osman, looking around, dribbling right. Gets it over to Sokup, top of the key. Just over a minute gone here in the third quarter. Neighbor dribbling around, over to Sokup in the left corner. Inside to Osman, one-on-one in there with Benton. Scoops it up, it's going to roll around and through the hoop. Osman gets the bucket to go. He's in double digits with 10, 23-20. As that pass is stolen away by Yamelkowski. Poked loose, stolen by Klosterman, but a foul called. Matthew Klosterman can't believe it. But they get the foul on Matthew, his third. And it's team foul number 1 here in the second half. Was on the floor. It's going to be Alburnett basketball underneath their own hoop. Matthews got to be careful here with 3. Pass tipped around, picked up by Sokup. Gets it over to Neighbor on the right wing, looking around, uses a screen from Osman. Now over to Caton into the corner to Sokup, fakes a 3, back to Caton. He'll take a 3-pointer from the left wing. He can't get it to go. Rebound tipped around. It's going to be tipped around in the air once again, and finally Benton comes out of the scrum with it. Now he spins around and hands it off to Matthew Klosterman, who crosses into the front court. And they're going to get a foul on Mason Neighbor. The Pirates have been pushing up and very closely guarding the ball handlers here in this second half. That's Neighbor's first, team foul number 2. In comes the big 6'8 Titan Bowers. He will replace Anthony Yamelkowski. Wildcat basketball. Hansen quickly tying his shoe. Then he'll throw it in from in front of the scorer's table. Caton applying the pressure right on him. Looking to get it in. The Wildcats running a set play, but they just get it into Marcus Shellhorn instead. Gets it into Matthew Klosterman now. Going to the hoop. Skips it out to Makai Benton. His mid-range jumper is up and no good. Rebound nearly picked up by Shellhorn, but the Pirates secure it. Neighbor running in transition. 3-on-3 down there, and Andrew Osman gets the transition layup to go. He's got 12, 25-20. As Matthew Klosterman crosses into the front court, has it right wing, into the corner to Shellhorn. Dribbling around. Now still standing on the right wing. Hands it off to Matthew Klosterman. And they're going to get a foul on the inside as Aiden Klosterman drains a 3 after the whistle. Good for his confidence there as they're going to get Jordan Caton for his second. It's team foul number 3. Wildcat basketball under their own hoop. Hansen's going to throw it in. Looking around and not sure where he was throwing that as nobody was there. Caton steals it. It's 2-on-3. He goes right into Matthew Klosterman. And sure enough, they're going to get the offensive foul. That's Caton's third. Picks up 2 in a row. Team foul number 4. Wildcats get it back as Adam Neighbor is going to come over to the scorer's table. I would assume he's going to get Caton out of the game, and that is the case. In comes the 5'8 junior Adam Neighbor. Caton and Osborne both with 3 fouls for the Pirates. Hansen's going to throw it in. It's tipped out of bounds by Adam Neighbor. Wildcats are going to keep it. Hansen to try it again. 5:34 to go in the third quarter. 25-20 Alburnett. Hansen looking around. Gets it into Marcus Shellhorn. He hands it off to the point guard, Matthew Klosterman, across into the front court. Going to the hoop. Nice drive, but it's poke loose. Aiden Klosterman dives for it. Now they're on the ground. Shellhorn has it. And nice use of a timeout there by Coach Carlson as he calls the 30 to retain the possession for Central City. In a low-scoring game like this, every possession counts. And the Wildcats save it there. 5:25 to go in the third quarter. It's Alburnett 25, Central City 20. Just a 30-second timeout is the call. So we're back to play in just a moment. There's the warning horn, the 15-second buzzer. As both teams about to come back out. No subs for Central City. It's the Klostermans with Hansen, Benton, and Shellhorn. Osman, Bowers, the Neighbors, and Sokup for Alburnett. Hansen will inbound for Central City from underneath their basket. Looking around, trying to find somewhere to go. Gets it into Matthew Klosterman on the right wing. Taking Sokup off the dribble, gets it over to Benton. Nearly loses it out of bounds, but gets it back over to Aiden Klosterman right wing. Top of the key to Shellhorn. Matthew Klosterman left wing. He'll sky up for a 3-pointer. He can't get that one to go. Jaden Hansen saves it, and it's off Bowers. And it bounced on the ground. I thought Hansen caught it in the air for a second, but he caught it off the bounce. Great hustle there by Hansen to save the basketball and wisely throw it off of Bowers, so Wildcats keep it. Inbounds pass goes to Shellhorn left wing, hands it off to Matthew Klosterman. He's dribbling around at the top of the key. Bounce pass over to Aiden on the right wing. Top of the key to Matthew. Looking around now, left wing to Hansen. Dribbling right, picks it up over to Aiden Klosterman, top of the key. Picks up his dribble, now gives it to his little brother. Matthew dribbling around, and they're going to call him for a travel. I didn't see it. I thought he kept his pivot foot, but travel is the call. Alburnett basketball, 25-20, Pirates on top. 4:45 to go in the third quarter. Neighbor crosses into the front court, right wing to Sokup. Back to Neighbor, top of the key. High post to Osman, spins. Going to the hoop. puts it up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Adam Neighbor skies up for a left wing three. He gets it to go. Adam Neighbor knocks down a three, his first points of the night. 8-point lead for the Pirates, 28-20. Matthew Klosterman in the front court. Gets it over to Hansen, left wing. Aiden Klosterman, now right wing, looking to get downhill. Attacking the basket, jump stop, steps through. He's destroyed on the inside. No call, gets his own rebound. Tipped around, stolen away, now it's loose. Back on the ground, Aiden Klosterman picks it up, goes through some contact, puts it up. It's going to roll around. Unbelievably unlucky roll there for Aiden Klosterman. Adam Neighbor running into the front court. Has it poked loose, trips over his own feet, but they're going to get Aiden Klosterman for the foul. Absolutely no contact. Aiden got all ball in there. Neighbor tripped over his own feet, but they're going to get Aiden for the foul, his second. Team foul number 2. Inbounds pass goes to Adam Neighbor. They leave him wide open right wing, and he makes him pay. He just hit one, and they didn't find him on the inbounds play. Pirates up by 11. Wildcats have only scored 2 in this second half so far. Matthew Klosterman over to Benton, left corner. He'll put up a three-pointer. He's destroyed after he releases it, and they do call the foul there. It's Osman's first, team foul number 5, as Benton was shooting a three-pointer from the left corner, and Osman slapped him across the face with his elbow. Makai Benton will shoot 3 from the free throw line, his second time tonight, going to the line for 3. First one on the way, it's good. Benton knocks down the first. Eight so far, he's got 2 more. 31-21 our score. Second one on the way from Benton, that one's no good. Rattles around the rim, out. He'll have a chance at one more, as it was a three-pointer he was fouled on. Third and final free throw on the way from Benton. That one is no good, makes 1 of 3. Bowers rebounds, gives it over to Andrew Osman, and now Neighbor's gonna bring it up the floor. Has it left wing, into the corner to Adam Neighbor. Goes baseline, gets to the rim, now bounce past Sokup. He'll put up a three-pointer from the right corner. It's no good, rebound tipped around, picked up by Shellhorn. He hands it over to Matthew Klosterman. Adam Neighbor falls down, now looking to get downhill. And they're going to get an offensive foul on Matthew Klosterman. Absolutely no idea what they thought he did. It was not an offensive foul, but that is the call. His 4th. As he'll come out of the game. Or correction, I think that's just his 3rd. Well, that is his 4th, as I had it wrong on the scoreboard. I have it go to my scorer sheet here. Osman inside to Bowers. Fakes the shot, puts it up, and it's good. Titan Bowers gets the basket to go on the inside. 33-21 as they're going to get Neighbor for the reach-in foul there. It's going to be Neighbor's second and team foul number 6. Inbounds pass goes to Aiden Klosterman. Wildcats trail it by 12 here. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ball poked into the backcourt, and he gets it back. Back into the front court is Aiden. Picks up his dribble over to Benton. Has it top of the key, guarded by Osman. Dribbling left. Has the top of the key, attacking downhill. Goes inside, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul as Osman was in midair when they made the call. It's going to be Benton's second, team foul number 4. Now Coach Carlson calling for a full court press. As we got a whistle here. I think they want a towel. So we're going to wipe down a wet spot. 2:51 remaining in the third quarter. Alburnett on top 33-21. They're on a 12-2 run since the second, or 12-3 run since the second half got underway. I think the spot has been wiped off. And now we're going to play some more basketball. Sokup to inbound, gets it into Osman. Or excuse me, that's Neighbor. Mason Neighbor bringing it up. Wildcat double team comes in the backcourt. Loses the ball, but gets it into Osman. Now he turns, looks downhill, gets it inside to Sokup. His layup's good. Gavin Sokup gets the basket to go. He's got 5. Across half court to Benton. Dribbling right. Over to Hansen. He'll fake a 3, attacking the hoop. Gets through one defender, puts it up. It's no good, and it's rebounded by Bowers. kick it across half court to Osman, attacking baseline. Jump step, it's good, and the foul. Andrew Osman's got 14. Chance for one more, 35-21 our score. Or 37-21 is now they do add the basket. They got the foul on Makai Benton. His third, team foul number 5, full 60-second timeout called by Coach Carlson. 2:20 to go in the third quarter, Alburnett 37, Central City 21. Give a shout out to our sponsor, Heartland Bank. Heartland Bank is everywhere you are. With our online and mobile banking apps, you have your accounts at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Check your balances, pay bills, transfer money, and find Heartland Bank locations with just a touch. Bank on the go at hbtbank.com, member FDIC. $2:20 to go in the third quarter. 37-21 lead has been pulled out to by Alburnett. Pirates back on the floor. They're going to go with the neighbors, Osman, Bowers, and Sokup. Out there for Central City, it's going to be the Klostermans, Benton, Shellhorn, and Rickles. Looking at the fouls, it's 3 on Benton, 4 on Klosterman. That's Matthew with 4. Aiden just has 2. 1 on both Hanson, Price, and Shellhorn. Osman's at the free throw line. He'll shoot 1. He made the bucket and was fouled. He's got 14 on the night. Free throw on the way. It's going to be no good, too strong. Rebound tipped around. Sokup with the offensive board. Over to Adam Neighbor. Bounce pass goes over to Mason Neighbor, top of the key. High post to Bowers. And they're going to get Aiden for a little tic-tac foul, reaching in there. It's going to be Aiden's third, team foul number 6. Both are 1 away from being over the limit. It's been a bit of a foul fest here in the third quarter so far. Might see a lot of free throws down the stretch. Inbounds pass goes to Neighbor. Now Sokup. Bowers has it. Back to Sokup, top of the key. Adam Neighbor, right wing. Inside to Osman. He'll go up. His layup is good. That's 16 for Osman. It's 39-21 Alburnett. Rickles has it across half court. Picks it up inside to Shellhorn. And he traveled. He shuffled his feet before he went up, and they're going to send Dayton Price into the game. Dayton is going to get Marcus. Dayton Price into the game for Central City. 1:49 to go in our third quarter. 39-21 Alburnett. Sokup skips it over to Adam Neighbor. Across half court to Osman. 1-on-1 at the rim. Bounce past to Bowers. Fakes the shot. Now goes up with it and gets it to go. Titan Bowers with the basket. He's got 6. It's 41-21. 20-point lead for the Pirates. Matthew Klosterman down low to Benton, takes one hard dribble, goes up and around Bowers. His shot's no good, but he's fouled. And Makai Benton will go to the line to shoot 2. It's Bowers' third, team foul number 7. Pirates are over the limit for the rest of the game. Braden Osborne comes over to the scorer's table. He's playing with 3 fouls here. He's going to re-enter the game. Benton to shoot 2. First one on the way from Makai is no good off the back iron. Osborne and Yamelkowski back in for Alburnett. Out come Bowers and Adam Neighbor. Benton set to attempt his second free throw after missing the first. Second one on the way. That one's short. Rebounded by Mason Neighbor. Gets across half court as Benton misses both. Into the corner to Osborne. Now right wing to Sokup. He'll take a 3-pointer from the right wing. He does not get it to go. Almost got a lucky bounce. Offensive rebound, Yamelkowski. Neighbor put up a shot. It was no good, and they're going to say Yamelkowski was in the lane for 3 seconds. So back to Central City. Rickles is going to inbound. Looking to get it in. Gets it into Matthew Klosterman. Gets across half court. Inside to Price. Puts it up. Blocked off the backboard by Yamelkowski. Mason Neighbor gets it back. Now over to Yamelkowski. He gets it across half court to Sokup, left wing. Yamelkowski looking to go dunk it. He instead lays it up. No good. Rebounded by Price. Over to Matthew Klosterman. Across half court. Has the top of the key. Dribbling left. Gets it inside. Loses dribble. Gets it back. One hard one. Now looks around over to Rickles, top of the key. Fakes a 3. Looking to get downhill. Stolen away. Neighbor, and they're going to get Aiden Klosterman for a foul. That's Aiden's 4th. Team foul number 7. That'll be a 1-and-1 for the Pirates. As both teams are now over the limit. Adam Neighbors going to come back into the game for Alburnett. He's going to replace Braden Osborne. He was in there for just a moment. Now Bowers also comes to the scorer's table. And he is going to get Andrew Osman. 42 seconds left in the third quarter. And they did the horn, but they're going to have Neighbor shoot the free throw instead. Gets it to go, too strong off the back iron, but it falls through. It was a 1-and-1, so he'll get the back end after making the front end. It's 4 for Neighbor. Chance to make it 5. (42-21). Second one is also good from Neighbor. He's got 5, as checking in for the first time is a 6'2" junior, Grayson Carolyn, into the game for Alburnett. Rickles going to inbound against this full court press. Gets it into Aiden Klosterman across half court. Poke loose from behind, but he gets it back. Has it left wing, picks it up. Now over to Matthew Klosterman, top of the key. 35 seconds and counting in our third quarter. Klosterman attacking. Gets it over to Aiden Klosterman. Now Matthew skies up for a three-pointer from the right wing. Can't get it to go. Benton fights for the rebound, but is picked up by Yamelkowski. Benton might be hurt. Down low to Sokup. He just manages to keep it from going out of bounds. Aiden Klosterman pokes it loose. Matthew Klosterman gets it. Running in transition. 3-on-2. Goes up. It's blocked from behind by Yamelkowski. And a technical foul called on Yamelkowski as he showboated the bunch after blocking the shot, and he's called for the technical. Not sure if he said anything or was just the reaction, but he is called for the technical. It's his second foul of the game, team foul number 8. So Wildcats can choose anyone they want to shoot a pair of free throws with everybody else in the backcourt. It's going to be Aiden Klosterman shooting 2. First one on the way from Klosterman. He can't get it to go. We'll have a chance at one more. One more here for Aiden. Second free throw is good. That's 6 for Aiden, as the Wildcats will also get the basketball off the technical foul called on Yamelkowski. As they're going to have Andrew Osman come into the game. Yamelkowski will go out. Jaden Hansen also back in for Central City. Dayton Price is going to go to the bench. Rickles looking around, looking to get it in. Into the corner to Hansen. Heavily pressured, throws it away nearly, but Benton picks it up. Over to Aiden Klosterman, attacking downhill. Goes through one defender, puts it up, no good, but he's fouled, and Aiden Klosterman will take a trip to the free throw line to shoot 2. 5 seconds to go in our third quarter. It's 43-22. As the foul went against Grayson Carolyn, his first, and it's team foul number 9. Several players at the scorer's table for both sides, as Aiden's first free throw's no good. Marcus Shellhorn back in for Central City. Lucas Greif and Max Arthur in for the first time. Arthur's getting the shooter, so he won't come in quite yet, but Greif is now in the game. Sokup, Bowers, and Adam Neighbor come out. Caton, as well as Mason Neighbor and Osborne in for Alburnett. Aiden will shoot his second free throw. That one is on the way, and it's good. He gets 1 of 2. He's got 7. And now Max Arthur will check in for the first time. The 5'9 freshman replaces Aiden Klosterman, the 5'9 sophomore. 43-23 as 5 seconds for the Pirates. Neighbor across half court. He'll pull up from the volleyball line. His three-pointer off the glass is good. And that will end our third quarter. Mason Neighbor gets it to go from the volleyball line off the glass. He's got 8 as the Klostermans and Benton will check back in right here at this third quarter buzzer. Played 3 quarters of basketball. It's Alburnett 46, Central City 23. Shout out to Heartland Bank here quick. Heartland Bank is a full-service community bank. We believe in meeting the needs of our customers while exceeding their expectations. Banking is personal to each individual. Is why we provide options for your life. Member FDIC. 9 team fouls on Alburnett, 7 on Central City. As we're about to get our fourth quarter underway. It's Neighbor, Yamelkowski, Osman, Osborne, and Soka for Alburnett. The Klostermans, Hansen, Shellhorn, and Benton for Central City. Both Klosterman brothers are playing with 4 fouls. Benton has 3. Alburnett basketball first. 8 minutes to go in this quarterfinal round of the district game. Left wing to Neighbor. Lob play for Yamelkowski, too high, but he gets his own rebound. Goes back up, no good. They're going to call a very late foul, but it probably was the right call. So now Anthony Yamelkowski will shoot 2 at the line. Let's see who they got. They're going to get Marcus Shellhorn on the foul, his second, team foul number 8. As to the line goes Yamelkowski. First free throw is up and good. His first point of the night, chance for one more. 47-23, Pirates in front.